If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
1B, Division CRE. State of Florida versus Hakeem Robinson. Verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. So say we all. Done, Jacksonville, Duval County, Florida. Signed by the foreperson on July 31st, 2025.
Does counsel for either the state or defense desire the jury to be polled?
1B, Division CRE. State of Florida versus Hakeem Robinson. Verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. So say we all. Done, Jacksonville, Duval County, Florida. Signed by the foreperson on July 31st, 2025.
Does counsel for either the state or defense desire the jury to be polled?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Madam Clerk, if you can please poll each juror.
Juror 1, is this your true and correct verdict? Juror 2, is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror 3, is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror 4, is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror 5, is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror 6, is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror 7, is this your true and correct verdict? Juror 8, is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror 9, is this your true and correct verdict? Juror 10, is this your true and correct verdict? Juror 11, is this your true and correct verdict? Juror 12, is this your true and correct verdict? Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank you for your time and your consideration of this case. I also wish to advise you of some very...
Two gang members found guilty in the murder of Charles McCormick. Thank you for joining us. I'm Heather Crawford.
And I'm Anthony Austin. In the last hour, jury finding Hakeem Robinson, known as Ksoo, guilty for first-degree murder. Take a look at this picture showing Ksoo actually reacting to the verdict. You can see him sitting next to his attorney, his head in his hands there. Another jury found Leroy Whitaker, also known as ATK Scotty, guilty for first-degree murder earlier this afternoon. The victim, Charles McCormick, shot and killed at a Merrill Road shopping plaza back in 2020.
Whitaker's dad reacting to the verdict moments after it came down today.
We're hurt, but we're going to get through.
And our Zach Wilcox has been in the courtroom all day. He's joining us live now.
Zach?
Yeah, Heather, we just got that verdict that came down within the past hour. As you mentioned, we tried to talk with Charles McCormick's family, but they were actually escorted out of the courtroom away from the media. Prosecutors and the defense attorneys, neither one willing to give us a comment at this point, at least on camera. But we did talk with Whitaker's father right after he heard the verdict earlier this afternoon about his son being found guilty, and he walked us through what it felt like in that moment.
I feel like a fire truck just ran into me, man, and backed up, put it back in drive, and ran over me again.
Leroy Whitaker Sr. says he could feel which direction the trial against his son was going, but that didn't make the verdict any easier.
I mean, the verdict's gonna always be the verdict that the prosecution want, you know? Just biased, you know, not fair, you know, right from the start. So like, fairness.
The jury's decision came after prosecution felt it showed enough DNA evidence, cell phone records, social media posts, and fingerprints to prove he was guilty. Co-defendant Hakeem Robinson, a.k.a. Ksoo's father, also took the stand and told the jury he recognized his son in the video, picked Whitaker up after the crime, and helped him burn his clothes. Whitaker Sr. says the next move for the family is to head to L.A. to get the best attorneys they can for an appeal.
You're not giving up on him. You know, he's not going to be someone that's just in prison by himself. I'm there with him. And I'm going to continue to be there with him.
And sentencing is scheduled for both of these co-defendants next month. In downtown, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
Cold-blooded demonstration. And when I sit here and I look at the whole trial and I see all the tangible evidence, the material evidence, and I'm talking about DNA, fingerprints, testimony from the father, testimony from his homeboy Butter. I got to think to myself, what would make somebody put their life on the line when they are faced with a preponderance of evidence in this case? these young brothers that be in these gangs and stuff like that, they get inside these courtrooms and they be having some wishful thinking. They all think that, okay, there's 12 people on the jury. If I can just get one of those 12 to say not guilty, I'm going home. That's not true. That's what they call a hung jury. And what's going to happen in a hung jury is that you're going to go back to the county jail and you're going to sit and they're going to retry you all over again. You're not going nowhere. It's all or nothing. Guilty or not guilty. And in this demonstration, both guilty for the murder of Lil Buck. Now, allow me to say something to my young gangsters and my old gangsters. How many times are you guys going to have to see gang members snitching on gang members before you realize that being in a gang is backwards thinking? Being in a gang is betrayal on steroids. That's all gang bangers do, is betray each other. It's been proven time and time again. Yeah, you know, you have a little fun and it look like love and all this old type of stuff. But when the cards are stacked up against somebody, all that love go out the window. And it's been proven time and time again. And here it is, we are witnessing it with our own two eyes. We watching a gang banger snitch on his gang homeboys. Not only that though, we watching a father snitch on his son. Now, allow me to say this right here. If these people right here was tax-paying citizens, and I'm talking about Butter, and I'm talking about Blue, the two guys that was testifying against Ksoo and ATK Scotty, I would have no problem with them testifying. But being that they are a part of that life, and that there's a certain code that people in that life die by, live by, go to the penitentiary by, they breaking that code. Disloyal, betrayal. And I can't stand disloyal people. I can't stand people that betray people. And the reason why I can't is because here it is, at some point, Ksoo and ATK Scotty, they trusted Butter. They trusted Blue. And look what happened. So, to my young and classic gang members, gang bangers, excuse me. There's some guys in your gang that you trust. Yeah. There's some guys in your gang that you believe in your mind that they would never betray you. And I guarantee you, Ksoo and ATK Scotty believe the same thing. But now look. So, see yourself in them boys right there situation. Because you are hit with the same circumstances if you gangbang. So, those guys that are looking at life in the penitentiary, that will be getting life in the penitentiary, are you. And for you to think that it won't happen to you, you sadly mistaken. Now, what I want to show y'all is something that just kind of like blew my mind. Because here it is. We have this young brother, Ksoo, speak so bad about the dead people that he supposedly had killed and shot and all that old type of stuff, is now being convicted and facing life in a penitentiary. But the thing that blew my mind is that he even took this to trial, knowing the evidence that they had against him. Now, a lot of people will say, hey man, you know what I'm saying? That didn't look like Ksoo. When they showed me the picture of the guy with the firearm, you know, with the rifle, that didn't look like Ksoo. That dude was skinny. Ksoo kind of a big brother. That ain't him. That don't look like him. And a lot of y'all hung everything up on that right there, just like he did. A lot of y'all believed in your mind that, okay, well, since he got, we can't see his face, all we can see is his clothes, and that body fit, that body structure don't fit Ksoo, he gonna beat it. No, it don't work like that in the real world. And this is a prime example. So for those of you young brothers that was thinking like, oh, he finna beat this, man. Look, that don't even look like him. You see how it happens in the criminal judicial system. You see what goes on in the criminal judicial system. So quit entertaining in your mind that I'm going to put on the mask and I'm going to put on these clothes and stuff like that, and it ain't going to look like me. And I'm going to get away with it. Look at this case and learn. And if you can't learn from my words, maybe you can learn from this. Check it out.
Gray and black hoodie. Keep in mind, it's not that Nikes aren't owned by other people. And if all the state had was this photograph or this video of Hakeem Robinson in a similar black and gray hoodie, this case wouldn't be so black and white. But it's not. It's just one piece of the evidence. And you have to look at all of the pieces in totality. And they all point to Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker. Page 197.
It's Ksoo!
Ksoo's Instagram account. Instagram Live. Black and gray hoodie. You see his hair. See him moving around.
No. Remember, that ain't Ksoo. Remember? No, that don't look like Ksoo. The body structure, that ain't Ksoo. Do you know that them peoples went on that boy's Instagram? A video that he thought in his mind that he deleted. He really thought in his mind after he committed that murder, wearing them same clothes, that gray and black hoodie, I'm gonna delete this video because I got on the same clothes that I killed Lil Buck in. They ain't gonna get it. Shit. Pulled it up in court. Yeah. The same gray and black hoodie. Y'all just seen it. Him with the gun chasing Buck in the black and gray hoodie, and him on Instagram talking crazy. Yeah. In the black and gray hoodie. Now, I can hear y'all young brothers. Man, anybody can have one of those hoodies. Man, Nike sell millions and millions of them hoodies. And you are exactly right. You right. They do. But we're not talking about all that, though. We're talking about Ksoo and this murder, and everybody saying that Ksoo is the one that killed Buck. And then here it is, we got Ksoo in the gray and black hoodie. Come on. This is what they call corroboration. Corroborating evidence in the criminal judicial system. That's what they call that. And when you got what Ksoo said, because, you know, he done spoke up since he got convicted. You know, he done, as a matter of fact, check it out. We gonna keep fighting till we can't fight no more. I'm trying to record. Let me record. We gonna keep fighting. No, don't. I gotta record. You gotta let me record. Here's a message from Ksoo's cousin, his co-defendant in the case, who was charged and convicted of the murder of Lil Buck. This is what ATK Scotty says on his Instagram post after being convicted of murder. We gonna keep fighting till we can't fight no more at Ksoo 23 times. God got us. Now, the cold-blooded part about this is that a lot of the times when we gangbangers get caught up in these murders and shootings and stuff like that, and we end up in the county jail facing life in the penitentiary or facing a long time in the penitentiary, the first person we run to is God. We don't run to our mama, our father. We don't run to gang or none of them. We run to God and say, God, forgive me. I'm sorry for what I did. Please let me out, let me out, let me out. Because we understand that God answers all prayers. But what we don't realize is this right here. Sometimes God say no. Yeah, God don't say yeah all the time. He don't say yes all the time. Sometimes God say no. And that's what we got to realize. Now, this is what Ksoo had to say after being convicted of the murder of Lil Buck. He had some choice words that he put on Instagram, and I'd like to share them with y'all. Stop, Serene. You gotta let Dad talk. Okay, my turn. Can I go now?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what Ksoo had to say after being convicted of the murder of Lil Buck. I had an all-white 12 jurors with 3 white state attorneys with a white judge in a courtroom with all white judges on the wall. Every black person that I could pick on my juror was struck by the state. I just showed the whole world how Jacksonville, Florida is corrupt, and my lawyers proved I was innocent. God got the last say so. See, here he go, putting God in the mix. But the whole time these young brothers was out there gang banging, killing and stealing and doing all that corruption, they ain't had not one word for God. Probably ain't prayed not one time. See, now they right. God do got us. But God is not going to reward your criminal behavior with a blessing. If you would have been speaking to God and living a godly life and stayed away from all that nonsense before you got caught up on no murders, yeah, God would answer your prayers. And the answers probably would be yes. Now, as y'all can see, he's complaining. Man, I had an all-white jury. I had a white judge. I had a white prosecutor. I had a white this, white that, and all that. And he did. But you gotta understand something. I'm speaking to you gangsters out there. When it comes to that criminal judicial system, you get a jury of your peers, not a jury of your race. You get the prosecutor that they put up for the case, who they think that can nail you. Yeah. They putting their best. Hey, you had a case like this, didn't you, Bob? Yeah, sure. I just got a guy convicted, got him life. Okay, we got the exact same case for you here. Do this one right here. You can spend all the money you need to get these guys convicted. The expenses are not a problem. We just want them in jail. I'll give it my best, and your ass is going to jail. Yeah, yup, all white. And let me explain something to you. Like I said, you get a jury of your peers, not of your race. So when you see all the white jury and stuff like that, that's not finna get you in court. They don't play that. Man, I was picking black guys and they was striking them. That's the law. That's how it go. I had an all-white jury and I got convicted and sent to the penitentiary. I was mad. I was hurt until I started understanding the law. That's how it go. When you poor, broke, and starving. You see what I'm saying? So, no. All you young brothers, understand. Everything that happened to him, the jury, the prosecutor, the judge, and all that, can happen to you and will happen to you if you continue on with your criminal activity and gangbanging. Yeah, it'll happen to you. Now, the fact that this boy right here had all that evidence against him and he still got the nerve to try to act like he ain't do nothing and all that old type of stuff. Listen, check it out, man. We gotta quit bullshitting around here, for real. I mean, I understand that, you know, people don't want to see people in jail and stuff like that. I understand that part right there. But at the same time, when you got all this stuff against you and all these people pointing at you, and you gonna go to trial playing games? Come on, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. You the one that rolled the dice and got your life took. The same way that you took a life. Period. Now, the cold-blooded part about this whole demonstration is this. Ksoo's nightmare is not over, y'all. So even if, let's just say that he go to the penitentiary for this murder of Lil Buck, and he get an appeal, and he beat it. They about to let him go. You know what they gonna say? Oh, hold on now, wait a minute. We got another murder on this boy right here. He a real killer. Check it out.
Yeah, baby! That's what baby did!
Investigation. The News for Jack's I team obtains interrogation video during a local rapper's arrest.
Hakeem Robinson is his name, and he is in jail on 2 separate first-degree murder charges. The YouTube channel Crime Circus posted the interrogation video, and that has more than 100,000 views. News for Jack's reporter Corley Peel gives us a look inside the interrogation room.
The video shows the moment Hakeem Robinson learns he is charged in a second murder. He appears frustrated, shocked, and asks for his attorney. This video, posted on YouTube by Crime Circus, starts with Hakeem Robinson, known as rapper Ksoo, being escorted into an interrogation room.
Stay right there. Kelsey.
It's March 10th, 2021. Robinson was currently in jail in connection to the 2020 murder of Charles McCormick. His attorneys say he was close to bonding out of jail.
Oh, but let me go. I don't even care about y'all wife. Let me go. Aggravated, bro.
Robinson repeatedly says he's aggravated. He walks around the room and knocks on the door.
They still with it, bro.
The detectives walk back in.
Okay. We want to talk to you about some things, but before we talk to you about anything, we want to know your rights with you, okay?
Okay.
It says you do not have to make a statement or say anything. You understand that? Are you from Jacksonville?
Can I ask what I'm being down here for?
I'm going to tell you that in just a second. Are you from Jacksonville?
Can I ask what I'm being down here for?
I'm going to go over that with you in just a minute.
I need to ask what I'm down here for.
You're going to be down here. We're doing a homicide investigation, and you're down here part of a homicide investigation that we're conducting.
And what is this, sir?
Let me show you some pictures of what we're talking about.
The detective shows Robinson a photo that is blurred in the video.
You know what that is?
No, sir.
You know what that is? Baby, ring a bell to you?
I won't speak with my lawyer.
We have a warrant for your arrest for murder today.
What?
Yes.
For what?
You want your lawyer, so I can't tell you no more, but you'll be in trouble.
Records show the warrant is for the 2019 murder of 16-year-old Adrian Gaynor. Robinson has several viral rap videos mocking Gaynor's death, who he refers to as Bibby.
Now you know we smoke little Bibby.
Investigators say Robinson is a documented gang member linked to the violent gang ATK.
There's no way in the world. It's no way. No way in the world. It's no way in the world. No. Jacksonville evil as
Robinson remains in Duval County Jail as he awaits trial for his 2 first-degree murder charges. His next court date is August 31st.
Now, as you seen in the first video, that's Ksoo making fun of Bibby. Bibby is somebody that he's supposed to have killed. And he all on the boat talking about Bibby was doing like this and all that. And now they got evidence proving that he done killed Bibby. So that's his next trial. It's not over with for him. His nightmare has just begun. And I'm going to say it again to you young brothers who out here thinking that y'all just going to be doing all this killing and killing and killing. Thinking you getting a reputation from killing and killing and killing. When it's over, it's over. Yeah. They don't want you just for no one murder. They want all the people that you done killed, shot, stabbed, beat up, everything, robbed. They want all that. And they gonna come and collect. The same way they collecting on Ksoo. So quit playing and get out the way, period. Now, we have Ksoo's father. I wonder how he feels, knowing that his testimony is helping his son die slowly in a Jacksonville penitentiary. I wonder how he feels. He don't feel nothing because he don't care about his kids. The fact that he got on the stand and testified tells me that he don't give a damn about his son. Now, a lot of people are under the impression that, Blue didn't know what was going on. And allow me to say this right here. If Blue was a tax-paying citizen, no criminal background, done with the criminal life, living a regular life like regular people, and they called him and got him jammed up in that murder, I'll be behind Blue saying, hey man, look, check it out, bro. He ain't know what was going on. They put him in the murder, man. Of course, he had to let them people know what that's on them. But I don't believe that to be true. And that's just my belief. Your belief is yours, my belief is mine, right? But let me explain to you why I don't believe that. Gangbangers, right? We know who to call and who not to call. When I was in them streets, and let's just say if I got caught up in a jam, I knew I couldn't call my Uncle Don, because Don just a straight player, cool, he want to be around women all day long. Ain't never been to the joint or none of that. I know I couldn't call my Uncle Real Man, because Real Man, he cool, he laid back, he do his thing. Rest in peace to Real Man. I can't call them, but I can call Bubba. My Uncle Bubba, rest in peace to my Uncle Bubba. I can call Bubba. Hey, Bubba, where you at, man? Yeah, I'm on 2401 4th Street North. I'm in the alley back here. Yeah, we just laid a nigga down, man. Hey, I need you to come get me. You see? Bubba gonna come. Matter of fact, Bubba might even give me some game. Hey, look, nephew, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to that store on Broadway and act like you shopping so I can go to the store and just walk in the store and then we can walk out together and we get in the car, we get you up out of there. You see, Bubba, he with the shit. So I know to call Bubba. I'm not finna call my mama. I'm not finna call some lames that are in the hood. I'm calling people that I know who are with the shit. Excuse my language. And that's what they did. They called Blue because they know Blue is with the shit. Why you say that, hood educated? Why you saying Blue is with the shit? Let me explain to y'all while I'm saying that. When Blue's son Willie got killed, Blue got shot, another one of his people got paralyzed, and somebody else got shot. I'm talking about them boys sprayed the whole car down. After that killing, Blue tried to hire someone. Excuse me. Ain't tried. He did. He hired somebody to go and kill the guy who killed his son. Gave the boy money, gave the boy a car, gave the boy a gun. Go get them. He with the shit. And not only that, when they first caught up with Blue, matter of fact, let me let these people tell y'all. Check it out.
Okay. Cross-exam from Mr. Whitaker.
John, may I please support?
Yes.
You love your family, Mr. Robinson. That's what we just heard, right?
Yes.
I guess you love yourself. Right? Yes or no, sir?
Of course. Self-love first, right?
Over your children.
That's the law of nature. Love yourself first.
Okay. You're cooperating in this case, correct, sir?
Correct.
This is not your first cooperation, is it?
No,
You've somewhat made a career out of it, have you not?
I wouldn't say career.
Well, you first testified against an officer, Officer Eric Sinclair, back in 1999, right?
Did I do what?
You testified against Officer Eric Sinclair back in 1999.
No, I didn't.
You came forward with information.
Yeah.
The officer evidently didn't take it to trial, correct?
Correct.
But your cooperation, your testifying to the federal government caused him to enter a plea, right?
I'm not going to agree with that.
Okay. Well, what you probably will agree with is that your sentence was dramatically reduced, right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it true that before you talked to the federal government, what you were facing back in 1999, you could have gotten up to life imprisonment, correct?
Yes.
And it was reduced to 10 years, right?
Nope.
Substantial reduction?
My time was reduced to 22 years.
How much did you serve?
About 10 years and 3 months, 4 months.
So from life to an ultimate actual serving sentence of about 10 years.
Guess what? It was a law change, and that's how my time got reduced again.
Well, and your cooperation, sir.
Yeah.
Right? So pretty good deal you made for yourself.
Yeah.
You've also worked as a confidential informant for police, haven't you?
Yep.
And you're cooperating in this particular case because it will help you, right?
Right.
And you were arrested, I think you told us roughly September of 2020.
September 10th, 2020.
September 10th, it sounds like you remember the exact day,
Yes.
right, sir? I imagine that was an important day to you, correct?
I ain't gonna say important.
Well, it did cause you to be incarcerated, sir, right?
Right.
Where you've remained, correct?
Right.
And that was for your involvement in the McCormick homicide, right?
Yes.
When did they hit you with the Rothermel homicide?
2021.
Okay, so in 2020, you're facing an accessory after the fact charge for your involvement in the death of Charles McCormick, right?
Right.
And when they brought you in, you've agreed to cooperate, right?
Right.
But that didn't happen until 2022, correct?
Right.
That would have been after they put the second homicide on you, right?
Right.
Now, in the Rothermel homicide, you're aware that Dominique Varner originally was going to testify against you, right?
Right.
And your involvement in what you pled guilty to as accessory after the fact in the Rothermel killing was that you admit you gave money to Dominique Varner after knowing he had just been involved in this shooting and needed to get out of town.
Yes.
And you're willing to admit that, correct?
Yes.
You do not admit, you do not agree with Mr. Varner's claim that you provided a gun and a car to accomplish that drive-by shooting.
Right.
Okay? You don't agree with that,
No.
right?
No.
Because based on your knowledge, sir, you understand that if you and I plan to do a crime together, whatever crime, we're both considered principals, right?
Yes.
And so you can stay at home, But if you and I agree to do a crime and I do everything, but you help me, you support me, you do something, say some word that actually inspires me, that encourages me to commit the crime, you can be punished as if you did everything I did, right?
Right.
But you weren't charged as a principal in the Rothermel killing, were you?
No.
And so you were left with solicitation for murder. I guess you were originally arrested for that charge, right?
Yes.
And essentially, you understood that that charge, they were accusing you of trying to entice the murder to happen, right?
Right.
But they dropped that charge pursuant to your plea agreement, right?
Well, I think it's going to be dropped.
I'm sorry?
I think it's going to be dropped.
Okay. You just know you haven't entered a plea to it, sir, right?
Right.
That was not part of your plea agreement for you to enter a plea of guilty to solicitation for murder, correct?
Right.
Only accessory, right?
Yes.
And accessory after the fact, you understand, and you understood before you entered your plea agreement, that that's punishable by up to 30 years.
Yes. Yes.
And so when you have two of them, that means that you could be sentenced up to 60 years, correct?
Correct.
But in 2022, when you agreed to come forward and cooperate, they cut your exposure by 2/3, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm never been super great at math, but 30 plus 30 is 60, right?
Right.
And your plea agreement for the death of 2 human beings calls for a maximum of 20 years, right?
Right.
And your actual guidelines are only about 7 years, right?
Right.
And I think you told us that that was based on your age, your health issues, and you want to be there for your younger kids, right?
Yes.
Would you agree with me? You weren't there for your older kids.
That's why I know better this time.
Okay. You did grow up with quite a bit of respect on the streets, sir, didn't you?
Yep.
And you personally never met Charles McCormick?
Nope.
But you did know who he was, correct?
Yes.
And you knew in spring of 2019 that he had put out this rap song, correct?
Yes.
And you, as you've told us, you were physically in the car when Willie Addison was killed, correct?
Yes.
And your son, Abdul Jr., was in that car, correct, sir?
Yes.
And Torrigan Williams was in that car, correct, sir?
Yes.
And all of you got shot, correct?
Yes.
And you explained there was somebody else there that was actually also shot and paralyzed as a result, right?
Yes.
And who was that again?
My nephew.
Okay, and what's his name, sir?
Samuel Cooper.
Samuel what?
Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Samuel Cooper.
Yes.
Also shot with Willie Addison, with you all, and is now paralyzed.
Yes.
And then you also mentioned somebody named Moody.
Yes.
Do you know Moody's full name?
I think it's Antonio McLaurin or something like that.
Antonio McLaurin.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Were you aware that Antonio McLaurin wore a whiter on Mr. Barner?
Yes. Do we need to speak sidebar about that? Okay. Let me see court reporter and counsel at sidebar.
I heard objection. I just didn't hear anything after that.
Okay, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And so I'm sorry, you told us another person that was in the car with you all when Willie Addison was killed and you all were shot was a person with the nickname, I'm sorry, give it to us one more time.
Moody.
Moody. And you believe Moody's full formal name is Antonio McLaurin.
Yes.
Okay. And my question to you was, were you aware that Antonio McLaren wore a confidential wire on Dominique Varner?
Yes.
In jail. You were?
Yes.
Okay. It's fair to say that you were vengeful after that shooting, is it not, sir?
Yes.
And that is, in fact, is why you were willing to be involved in what would become the attempted murder of someone named P Money, and that resulted in the Rothermel killing.
Yes.
Because P Money, and do you happen to know his formal name?
No, I don't know his full name.
Okay. But you know who I'm talking about when I say P Money,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
He was a target for you, correct?
Yes.
Because you did believe he was responsible for not only killing your son, Willie Addison, but hurting everybody else, correct? Including yourself.
Yes.
You were not personally there during the actual shooting of what ended up being the death of Mr. Rothermel and the attempt on P Money, correct?
Correct.
But you have pled guilty to accessory after the fact for that death.
Yes.
And you have admitted to providing Varner with money in order to get out of town, correct?
Yes.
Now, we've heard you kind of explain that on January 15th, you end up driving your Dodge Challenger.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? Man, that man is about himself. That man ain't thinking about his son. He thinking about himself. And that's it. As soon as they came at him with that other murder, oh, nah, man, my son got to go down. Nah, I ain't finna, hell nah. I got to raise these other kids. Not him, though. He grown. He done with. I got to sacrifice him just so that I can get out. I got health issues and stuff like that I'm thinking about now. Yeah, you weren't thinking about that when you picked them boys up and you started burning them clothes for them. See, anybody in their right mind would say, hey, man, hold on, check this out. Well, y'all just did what? Hey, man, y'all shouldn't have told me that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it gone, man. I ain't burning no clothes for y'all. Y'all can't come in the house. Y'all can't do nothing. Or they would have went to the police right away. Hey, look, check this out. These boys just told me they killed that young boy up there, man, and they had me come pick him up, and I don't want nothing to do with this. You see? That's what a taxpaying citizen would have did. Yeah, he would have did that right there. But not Blue. Because Blue was with it. Blue tried to help them boys escape. Blue tried to help them boys get away with the boy, get away, because the same boy that was talking crazy about his son, Lil Buck, the one that was talking crazy about Willie on that album, is the boy that they killed. And and Big Blue was probably like, hell yeah, that's right, we getting our get back. I'll go burn the clothes for y'all. Cold-blooded demonstration. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. When you young boys kill people and y'all get in that courtroom, this is what I want y'all to understand. You're going to be put in front of some people that don't understand nothing about your life. Nothing. And the cold-blooded part about that is that they hate your life. They hate gangbangers. They hate criminals. They do not understand somebody killed your friend and you want to go kill them back. And they don't understand none of that. No. All they understand is going to work, paying bills, taking care of their family, and being faithful members of society. That's all they care about. Then when you get to shooting your gun, killing people, and stabbing and robbing and kidnapping and carjacking, they hate you. So, for all you young brothers, the next time you think about killing some, shooting some, and doing any type of criminal activity that's going to put you away for a long time, understand that they're going to put you in front of 12 people that hate you, hate what you do, and ain't gonna have no problem with giving your ass life in the penitentiary. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.